Hi, today I want to present my group assignment from Company Industrial Oxygen Incorporated Sdn Bhd. Here is list of name my group members. First of all, I want to present background of IOI. Industry type of IOI is palm oil business and founded at 31 October 1969. The location of IOI is in Malaysia and Indonesia. The CEO of IOI is Datuk Lee Yeo Cho. Cost of a capital is the required return necessary to make a capital budgeting project such as building a new factory worthwhile. Capital budgeting is the process a business undertakes to evaluate potential major projects or investment. IOI issue. First issue is there are complaints regarding IOI cooperation operation in Sarawak and West Kalimantan according to illegal land grabbing, peatland clearing and drainage, loss of high conservation value HCV forests and planting palm oil trees illegally inside a forest reserve. Second issue of IOI is IOI experienced in decrease in revenue from sales of its Certified Sustainable Palm Oil CSPO contract, resulting in free cash flow contraction in a tight margin market. The third issue of IOI Sdn Bhd, CEO of IOI Sdn Bhd, which is Datuk Lee Yeo Cho, said there cannot find any land in Malaysia plantations and want to avoid potential issue on land rights and sustainable by looking at Indonesia estate. The second last issue of IOI Sdn Bhd is over the past 5 years, IOI Corporation has struggled to increase their revenue and follow on share price, with the 63 companies with significant agriculture exposure that trade on the Bursa Malaysia, Indonesia Stock Exchange and Singapore Exchange, underperforming regional indices in 2015. IOI is facing both sectoral downdraft and a possible unfavorable RSPO suspension, potentially putting further downward pressure on their share price. The last issue of IOI Sdn Bhd is 2 years after concluding the sale of a 70% stake in Lauder's Copeland Group BV to Bunga Ltd, IOI Corp Berhad has yet to make a substantial acquisition with the proceeds that were earmarked from future investment. In fact, IOI Corp's board had sought an 18-month extension for the usage of the RM938.2 million left from the RM3.8 billion sale price. So next is analysis calculation. We have used 2 chapters from our syllabus to relate with a company issue. First chapter is cost of capital. First, we find the cost of debt RD, which is 3.325%. Second is cost of equity, which is 10.9175%. And last, after we find the cost of debt and cost of equity, we can find the WACC, which is 7.7013%. So the second chapter that we use is Return on Investment Capital ROIC. We find the ROIC of IOI Group Sdn Bhd is 0.05402. and the ROI, return on investment, is 3.70%. And lastly, discussion. For WACC, from the calculation above, we can conclude that IOI Corporation needs to pay 7.7013% on every ringgit Malaysia that it's financed. It is the minimum rate that IOI Corporation should earn to give return to its finance provider. Second, WACC analysis for IOI Corporation is 7.7013% and the rate of return is 10.9175%. So, IOI Corporation can accept the project because rates of return are higher than WACC, which the project can gain profit. The higher the WACC, the riskier the project. The lower the WACC, the more project will have positive in NPV. Discussion of ROIC is the return on invested capital, ROIC, give a sense on how well a company uses its money to generate the return. From the calculation above, we can see that IOI Corporation above make a bad investment to generate income by its project because the ROIC is 5.402%, which is lower than WACC, which is 7.7013%. This indicates that IOI Corporation is not adding value on the return for their investor. If the ROIC is greater than WACC, the better the investment. So that's all from me. Thank you.